Okay, my name's Stella Ford Mugabo. Yeah, and I'm a Chevening scholar. I go to UK for the Chevening scholarship. This was in the year 2000-2001. Yeah, so I completed in 2001. I did a master's in economic and social studies, but I was majoring in development administration and management at the University of Manchester. The Chevening scholarship meant a lot to me. Number one is that the Chevening scholarship is fully sponsored. And this, most people might not know what it means, but when you have a fully sponsored scholarship, both accommodation and tuition and even stipend, this makes someone concentrate easily. When it's partial, sometimes people go and look for a job to, to be able to make ends meet. But for this particular scholarship, one, it was fully sponsored. Number two, it was a scholarship that gave us an opportunity to get an exposure in the development world. So there was that. Another thing, particularly for the university I went in, and I think most of other universities for Chevening scholarships, these are highly rated universities. They are not just universities, because when you search them, you find that they are highly rated globally. So that one was giving us an opportunity to go into universities that are well known. But then, apart from that, they had diversity of international students. So a number of international students, you get to link up with people from all over the world. Specifically in Manchester, to tell you, almost every country was represented. So that diverse, interaction with different people, different cultures, apart from what you learn in class, you're learning also a lot from different people, from different groups of people, and how they manage their own development agenda, or even getting to know friends, because from that I got a number of contacts that I'm still with today. And the fact that people come from different countries, you find yourselves getting contacts of different people that you live with for quite some time, and you use in different angles and fields. From the experience I've had, one of the things that I believe the Chevening Scholarship targets is building leaders that can make an impact, and a positive impact and change in the communities that we live in. So one of the things that I feel the future of Chevening would be is that, especially where it targets the scholarships, is really reaching out to the people that matter, especially as far as development is concerned. If I look at my country, for example, and I look at the local leaders, we have a number of local leaders that are graduates, that are executive secretaries, that are mayors. These are the ones that are doing the development in the real sense, especially when you look at the decentralization. So how do I see this future? I see Chevening, or I would love to see Chevening reaching out to giving scholarships to these people. Because these are people, when they go out there and they share experience, and because when we go abroad, we are not only going to study, but we are also going to share our own experiences with different countries. That's the beauty of the Chevening scholarship. And as I said, you meet different people. You even travel in different development countries, because when I was there in Manchester, we had an opportunity to travel to one of the development countries, because they give you the practical experience. So you are studying the development process, but you also go to a country which is a developing country, and we went to Barbados. And so we looked at what is happening as a developing country. And so when you get people who are already in the developing arena, especially our local leaders, getting to share our own experiences as Rwanda experience, but also gaining other experience, I think that would shape the Chevening scholarship much better, and reaching out actually to the people who matter. Because right now, you will see that it targets mostly the people in the city or elite who get the advantage of getting that advert out there, but not really people who are on the ground and in the local area, and that's where development is happening. This is where, so I do believe that particularly in Rwanda, if they could reach out also to these local leaders and also send out feelers when the advert is out to the local government and also mostly to the women ministry, gender ministry, so that they reach out to also to the youth, so that they can be able to go and also experience this, because I think exposure is one of the biggest skill in life. When you are in your own country, you are experiencing what you're doing in your own country, but when you go out there and share experience and also learn from others, which Chevening Scholarship does, that one is amazing. Because when we were there, we were not only doing that master's program, but for example, I got an opportunity, still sponsored by the British Council, to go to the University of London, where we did a course in gender and learning. And this one exposed us to various skills on how to, include gender in national budgeting. This is something we would hear gender, but you wouldn't know if you're doing national budgeting, then how? If you're doing policies, how do you actually look at a policy that is including gender or excluding gender? So such skills were amazing. And how do you work with different stakeholders in sectors? So those are the skills that we developed outside the main program, but within the program. So we went to the University of London, still sponsored by that, and developed that. So I think that one was interesting, learning other skills and also getting to know the British culture. Because when you get there, the first thing is that orientation week is outside the university. And we went in a place called the Lake District, outside the university and in a rural setting of the UK. That was amazing, seeing the other side, because you're used to, this mindset that you're going to UK, you're going to a city, but they also have rural setting. And also exposing us to that was an amazing. And also in the homes, because we would get an advantage, like Easter holiday, you stay with the British family, you get to know their culture, you get to their food. That was amazing, yeah.